Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on another episode of Driven. I'm excited today to have two very inspirational women who have a background in education and are doing something fantastic with that background. Jamie, our driver,
Hi.
And Jill. I had a lot of people mention Teacher Be Still, and I've been seeing a lot about it, especially since school is about to start. So thanks for coming on. How do you guys know each other?
We got interested. I'm like, how do we know each other? Why do we know each other? We got introduced by a mutual friend, invited to a small group through church, and we just hit it off one day. Decided that we had kind of similar visions of what we wanted to do with our lives.
It was instant. I mean, we knew we were going to be lifelong friends when we met.
So then, what happened to ignite the idea for Teacher Be Still? How did it come about?
We both have been in education for a while, and we, over the course of our time, and my mom was a teacher for over 20 years, and my sister's a teacher, and we just had always seen this decline of teacher health. We had both noticed it, and we came from different teaching backgrounds. And one day I was like, I think I want to have a conference. That seems like a fun thing. And she was like, okay. And then I call one of my girlfriends, and she's like, just do it. And so that was in February. By April, we decided we were going to do it. We put it on Eventbrite, and we sold out to 400 teachers in 3 days.
All right, so you guys blog a lot. Who mainly writes the blog, or is it both of you?
It's both of us. Yeah. I'm making Jamie write more.
Yeah, I'm not, so I don't see myself as a writer, and I actually struggle really bad with it. But people always have encouraged me just because of the story that I have. Like, you have to write, you have to write, you have to write. And I'll write something, and then I'm like, this is terrible. I hate it. But Jill just keeps encouraging me, and so, yeah.
Let's talk about self-care, because that's important, and we're talking about spiritual, mental, physical. What are some things that personally work for you guys, or that you see as very popular?
A lot of things that Jill and I try to do are not only just really practical, because we've both been in education as far as educators go. They've got little spurts of time here and there, but they never really have like a big giants at a time. So when we talk about physical health, we have partnered with different companies, and when they ask us, what do you want? Short things that simple. A book that we both read and we encourage all educators to read is by Catley. It's called Hello Mornings, and she puts it so simple. Like, there's a list of things you need to try to do in the morning, but as far as like where to start, literally for physical, it's like do 5 squats, and that's start there, because then you can always build up. Yes, yeah. It's the I can do it factor, and then once you get that done, you just build on it.
What piece of advice would you have told yourselves your first day of school when you started teaching, looking back now?
I was young. I was so young my first year teaching, and I taught at an alternative school with middle school and high schoolers, teaching them math. So these were kids that got kicked out for fights, drugs, different stuff like that. And the most important thing that I did was build relationships with the kids, because they made it so much easier for me when they knew they could trust me.
Yeah. Jill, what would you have told yourself the first
my
day?
mom gave me advice that I would give to any first year teacher, and that is, don't think you can hang the moon in your first year. Like, I wanted to do it all, and teachers right now have it bad because of Pinterest. Sometimes they feel like they have to do all these extra things, and they feel bad if they don't, or they feel like less of a teacher. And so I would just say, like, stop making yourself feel bad, and do, number one, make those student relationships a priority. Find your people, and like, if you don't get a cute border up, like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We got our coffee, so we're good now. Okay, here's some fun questions. First day of school or last day of school?
Last. Peace out.
Lesson planning or grading assignments?
Lesson planning.
Lesson planning.
Hands down.
Yep.
Chalkboard or dry erase board? Do they have chalkboards still?
No.
Well, not really in a classroom, no. But they're cute for decoration.
Yeah.
That's true. What's your favorite holiday break? Because aren't kids crazier the day of before holiday break? Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're just as ready to get
What
out
about
as we are.
full moon? Does that, and
That is
Friday the
legit.
13th?
That is
Are
a
those
real
all
deal.
times
I
that,
don't know if it's a real or not.
That's because you don't teach elementary school.
Yeah, high school's different.
In elementary school, it is legit. The kids are crazy on these, like people always say the moon, on the moon days.
Favorite holiday though?
Summer.
What accomplishment are you most proud of?
I mean, I don't really feel like I've done anything for this, but my first year of teaching, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm 15 years, and that's a part of the wellness piece for me. So second half of the year, I was completely bald, going into my classroom of crazy kiddos, who were fully aware, obviously, but they were so awesome to me.
Teacher Be Still is a really big accomplishment because it's taken a lot to get it going and do it while we're working and do it just straight off of a dream that we felt God was calling us to, and stepping out and doing it has been huge. So
yeah, and the impacts we've made, I mean, you wouldn't believe how many teachers, educators in general, reach out to us, and with this specific line, I really needed this today.
yes.
So the impact, even for just that one person in that one day, is a giant accomplishment. That is huge for us.
Yeah.
And that right there leads me into the question I ask at the end of every episode, and you just answered it, but you guys can elaborate more on it. What drives you every day to be the best you can be for yourself, your family, your students, and the teacher community of Teacher Be Still?
We're big on the next generation, you know, raising up the next generation of kids with a positive outlook on life and a healthy outlook, and teachers are the ones that get to directly impact that, along with parents. And so really the end result of a healthy educator is healthy students.
Yeah.
And so that is what keeps me going.
It's heartbreaking to see what gets poured onto teachers' plates, and they're just kind of like, deal with it. So, you know, if we can help out one teacher, we always say we do it for the one. If there's just one, then we feel like we've done a good job.
Yeah, if there's
I think
one that
you've done it for a
listens.
lot more than one, and you're going to do it for a lot more. It's a great company. So thank you guys so much for coming on Driven today, and stay driven, everybody.
Thank you.